Hello. So we're going to watch Cygnus versus Zekatech. I hope it's the correct way to pronounce it. And Cygnus banned Zekatech's Combrei Aggro, and Zekatech banned Charge Rod. Currently waiting the first match. So Cygnus brought two screen decks, Time Primal Shadow and Fire Primal Shadow. One is looking to Scream Teacher of Humility, Amaran Stinger, and of course Gorgon Fanatic, while the other one is more a Berserk focused Scream deck. For Zekatech we have two, a Time Primal Shadow Scream deck, a Berserk Shimmer Pack list, and the Unseen Curse deck, which looks different than any list I ever saw so far. Yeah. Yeah, this looks like a slow starting hand. You can't play anything turn one. And I think this is too slow. They do, but without the curve is just awkward. I wouldn't keep this. But Zekatech disagrees. Let's see. So Cygnus is on Time Primal Shadow Scream, looking to put some weights on Zekatech.
Okay.
It will be interesting to see. There's even a one-off Cerberus Cleaver in Cygnus list.
In the market or in his main?
In his main.
Ooh.
And one in the market.
Spicy, okay. So we see a teacher on top for Cygnus. Feel like they will bottom that, just because their hand needs some more power.
Yeah, I would bottom that. I think everything that isn't power just gets to the bottom. For that, see probably yes, the Ram card, get some more influence, and probably the Merchant next turn, which usually you want to wait on pulling a Shimmer Pack from the market because you want to get it once you have that Duskgrader on the board to give it Berserk. And well, Zekatech just takes a trip to the market right away.
Oh, it grabs the Shimmer Pack. So I think he's on the Obelisk plan this game.
With 6 power, Shimmer Pack is only 2 turns away. He just needs to find another sigil.
Yep, and he has Obelisk already in hand, so just gonna be the beatdown. Don't need to combo.
But Cygnus is aware of the plan and just says, no, you don't get all the ramp. Which I really like. Slowing the Shimmer Pack down, the deck down here is important, especially if your hand is slow, like Cygnus' hand is.
Yep. I kind of maybe would have hit the Trailmaker just as the power, or the 2-1, but...
I think I still like getting rid of a Merchant. It's just such a roadblock. If you play something like a Fanatic, it never gets through and it doesn't die idle. So you really want to get it into the void.
Okay. Oh, is it? Cygnus has Chairman's Contract as well in the deck. Did not see that.
Yeah, Fire Primal Shadow can be built Influence Light. This build isn't. It plays Rindra, which requires double Primal and double Shadow. So I'm a bit skeptical of the Chairman's Contract, but there are 4.
Yeah. He also has Teacher as well, so that's a double time. But
yeah,
clearly Cygnus thought he could afford the loss in influence in his power base. So here we see him marketing, pitching the second Dark Return, it looks like, for the Cleaver.
Gets the Cleaver. Looking to cleave what? I guess the 3-3? I can't imagine anything else.
Yep. Maybe the Flyer now, if he gets a chance. But yeah. Zekatech's going to draw a lot of cards here.
Annihilate in response, but going for the 4-4. Just says he can't win the card advantage game anymore. and goes for the bigger threat. And here we see the missing power. So next turn we can evade Shimmer Pack, which will probably be a huge issue for Cygnus. Oh, Cygnus is playing Petition. That's
Okay.
why he's playing so greedy influence requirements.
Yep. Oh, and he got the chairman's contract. Yeah, but next turn has Zekek has Shimmer Pack plus like double powered obelisks. So
Yeah, this isn't looking great. You can transform the Rindra too, so
Yep,
Cygnus isn't gaining any life.
is that lethal?
This is this is
Be
lethal.
6/6/6s.
So yeah, 30 damage if Cygnus blocks one of the Shimmer Pack. Oh no, we're not going for the Shimmer Pack plan. We're going for a second obelisk.
Okay, maybe he just didn't see the math.
Well, this seems about as deadly, to be honest.
Yep, just the lifesteal prolongs Cygnus for a turn.
Yeah. But now Cygnus at 3 and Zacatec at 15 health with 6 attackers. Although Obelisk, I don't see a way how Scream can win here.
Yeah, this will be a tough one. Yeah, because even the Rindra won't get to block and gain life with the Shimmer Pack.
Yeah.
So.
Even without Shimmer Pack, if Zacatec just attacks into 2 Rindras, a 5/5 and a 6/6 Rindra, it's 13 health, it's still lethal.
Yep. So, like Cygnus just taking his time to figure out if he has any lines that save him.
Yeah. Should always make sure that you aren't missing anything, but I think this game is pretty much over.
And Cygnus now agrees.
So this is the first win for Zacatec, meaning he won't be playing Shimmer Pack again this series of matches. And it will be interesting to see what they bring next.
Yep. And yeah, both players can switch, so we shall see what they bring. What do you think they'll switch to? Think Cygnus will play a different Scream deck? Maybe Crown Roaches?
With Cygnus, I don't know. I would probably start with the Fire Primal Shadow deck, because I feel this is the strongest one of the 3. The one that lines up the best for the Zacatec's deck. It's just really fast, has a high burst damage combos. And I think Zacatec probably wants to... I don't know, I never played the Unseen deck.
Yeah, so what is the Unseen deck? Is it pretty much just going like all the Unseen creatures and then what's the top end for that? Or is it stopping at 4?
The top end is Alu Death Dreamer, the Curse Unseen, a flying 2/5 for 5 that plays Unseen with a random battle skill whenever you play a Curse. Leader most skill, the Overwhelm and Unseen Ally Killer. Unseen and Zelia the Vayne.
Okay, so they're really pushing the Unseen synergies.
Yes, the list is even playing Visma, the Unseen that gets a random battle skill whenever you play another Unseen.
Okay. Yep. It looks like they are jumping into the game, so we'll see what they brought.
Okay, so Zacatec is on Time Primal Shadow Scream.
Yep. Looks
They
like
are playing
Spectator Bug.
The Scream list is playing Cabal, Spymeister, and Westwind Herald as the top end. So they do have this long game recurring spells. They have Mirror Image in the main. And for Cygnus, we already looking. Do we know what he's playing?
Cygnus? I did not see what he had.
Okay, he's on Time Primal Shadow Stream 2. So again, the greedy influence list with Caesar's Cleaver in the main and in the market. Now against another Time Primal Shadow Screen list, but with Westwind Herald and Cabal Spymaster as the top end.
Oh, okay.
And Zacatec is playing 4 teleports main, which is pretty good in the Screen Mirror.
Yep.
Delaying the other player's Fanatic or Scream target for a turn is great.
Yeah, definitely. So does this match just come down to most Fanatic hits? And just burying your opponent in card advantage? Or do you think there's a different line?
I think the first player that gets to connect with Teacher of Humility probably wins. And if neither player is getting any teacher hits in, it's about the Gorgon Fanatics.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that, yeah.
Because
teacher just nullifies
people are
all
going
those
to draw a
cards.
lot of cards.
Yep.
Yeah. And the top end is about the same. Western Herald's Spymaster is maybe a bit more powerful. If you get this going, you will just bury your opponent in value.
Mm-hmm.
But it's difficult to maintain against someone packing Scissors Cleaver.
Yep. So we see Cygnus with the first Fanatic on the board, but no way to get it through yet. Oh, there's Equivocate.
Oh. And this means Cygnus is the first to connect. He finds another teacher, has the second time source in hand, so this will look really tough for Zekatech.
Yeah.
But Zekatech too finds a teacher.
Yeah. Cygnus has an interesting card in his hand. I think that's the Amaran Stinger.
Yes, there's a Amaran Stinger. 3 power, 2/4 that if it infiltrates, plays. I have to look up how many. 3 Scorpion Traps into the top 20 cards of the enemy deck.
I think that's correct. But here
Yeah.
we see Haunting Scream Fanatic. Before the
You're
teacher
drawing more
can
cards and
connect.
finding an Annihilate. This is big.
Oh wow, yeah.
This means Cygnus doesn't have to play his teacher to block, he can just Annihilate. Or not. He decides that he would rather trade the teacher, probably. I can't imagine that he will let the teacher from Zekatech through.
Yeah, now when he's already on the plane of just recurring Fanatics. So you see Zekatech play pre-combat Spymaster. And then yeah, just so Cygnus makes an easy trade there on teachers.
Yeah.
And now those chairman contracts again. Then what do you think he'll do? Just a market for Scream?
Probably. I would take Scream, with the primal market. Yeah, probably just Scream. Maybe an Equivocate. There's a case for Equivocate, which is just a great card in the mirror.
Okay, we see they chose the Scream.
Yeah, getting back the teacher, of course. Yeah, this is just what we talked about. This is the reasoning he wanted to block with teacher, to get it into the void. I like this a lot.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
now Zekatech needs to work with the cards he has in hand, or they have in hand.
And Cygnus goes in and uses all of his power and get back Fanatic now. Which he's probably was going to do next turn anyways, so...
Yeah.
Here.
I think Screaming Teacher once is totally enough, you don't need another time. And Zekatech is responding in kind.
Yep.
Now Cygnus Gorgon Fanatic looks a bit less appealing.
Yep. Zekatech still feels like he's a little behind now, just because Cygnus has drawn 6 extra cards this game.
Yeah, but I think the Western Helllock, if established, could get there. Except we know that Cygnus is having this Cleaver already in his hand. And there goes the Scorpion Traps. So this is now mostly a beatdown. Who can finish the opponent? Cygnus is on 27 health, Zekatech on 7 in the defense. But he does have the 4/4, which is bigger than any card Cygnus has in his deck. It might come down to the Cleaver played onto the Merchant. If you get a 6/5, that is probably pretty big. Oh, Scorpion Traps.
Ooh, okay. So
Zekatech drew into 3 of the 4 Scorpion Traps.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, that is just great, to be honest. This is in this moment where Zekatech needs to be on the defense. Those Scorpions are just great.
Oh, so yeah, okay. I didn't even realize that. He got the wait. So the traps came from.
From Arrow and Stinger. So 2/4.
Yeah, I was trying to think, but they came from his activation, right? Not from. Cygnus' one
Yeah,
attacking?
Cygnus drew them. They have Destiny and play a Scorpion.
On yours? Okay, yeah. That's why I haven't played with the card, so I was trying to think of how the. Like, where they went.
Yeah, so if you draw a Scorpion Trap, it places. When a Scorpion Trap goes to your void, the enemy player plays a 1/1 Scorpion with Deadly. It's the exact wording.
Okay.
So Cygnus drew the Scorpions and placed them for Zekitek.
I see. So, yeah. Yeah, that definitely helps his position line. Now he's got 4 deadly units.
And Zekitek is just stacking weights on Cygnus.
Yep. He has 2 weights already? Or is that...
Yes.
Okay. Here we see the
Which
Cleaver finally
affects-
come down.
The weights do affect the Dark Returns. You already see that in Zekitek's hand.
Oh.
There's a 5-cost teacher and he's dead. The Cleaver on Rindra with Overwhelm just finished him.
Okay.
I felt like the Scorpions were just a bit too late. Already too low in life.
Yep.
That
It
is
is
an
slightly.
8 attacker versus 1 health blockers. Okay, so now Cygnus is Scream list is done, and the Shimmer Pack list from Zekitek. We have left the Fire, Primal Shadow, Scream for Cygnus, and the Elysian Crown Roaches again versus the Time Primal Shadow, Scream list from Zekitek, and his Unseen list.
Okay. I feel the fire is probably favored in the Scream Mirror, just because it's maybe a little faster when it is doing its thing. But
I think so too. I think if I were Zekitek, I would try to get a win with the Unseen, hoping that the opponent is playing the Scream deck, and then I would try to line up my Scream deck against the Crown Roaches. But that all depends on Cygnus' decision. For
here
Cygnus,
they
I
are
would say,
in game now.
yeah,
Oh,
Zekitek once more on the Scream list, and Cygnus showing any moment.
Yep.
So for Zekitek, we now see a hand with all the influence requirements. You can decide to go either teacher on turn 2, but have no shadow, or you go the safe way and fetch a shadow,
That's
just
a safe
as
play.
I did. I liked it. It's going for the time play here is risky, but seeing that Cygnus is on the Fire Primal Shadow Scream list, that might have been actually good play.
Yep, I think if he had known what Cygnus had, he might have gone for the teacher. But
Yeah.
with Conquest not knowing exactly what is left, so but we see actual teleports in Zekitek's deck as well. So.
No equivocates, but 4 teleports in the main board.
Okay, so maybe I just doesn't have the campaign, or maybe there's some reason he wants to have teleport. Maybe
You can
for-
use teleport to get your own units back in response to a silence or a transform effect.
yeah,
so
but not
maybe?
just get something worse. So yeah, it has its advantages.
And here we see the second time influence now being able to play Teacher of Humility.
Yep, so Zekitek has perfect influence now. Cygnus still struggling over there. Or he's had he had the depleted draw of power, looks like, which happens with a lot of 3 faction
Oh,
decks.
and matters on the Teacher. I
Oh,
like this a
wow.
lot. This is the danger, the risk you're running at if you play the Screamer and just play your threat without Devour backup.
Yeah, I've heard people talk about it. Yeah, just even in Praxis midrange, just getting your teacher Madness on turn 3 is just pretty brutal.
Yeah, but Zekitek gets to play the Cabal Spymaster, which resets the infiltrate ability of Teacher, and hits Cygnus too. Both are having weights on them, so
It's fair game.
once more
Oh,
Drawing is a liability, and again, there goes another infiltrate teacher,
no.
which now goes to Ignis Void. Even though he isn't playing time, he can now scream the teacher if he finds the scream.
Yep. And here we see. Oh, okay. And then yeah, both are playing the Stingers. I have not seen this card in any like constructed play yet, so. But I have not seen many time scream decks.
I haven't seen any on that yet. This is the first time I see any time stream decks, and I think they are a bit slower than the traditional versions, like Theron or Fire Primal Shadow, but they are a lot more fun. In my opinion.
Yeah.
And here we see Ignis Spicy Tech. He's playing Void Drummers without any other wisps.
Okay. Yeah, that's the. Here we see him come down. Yeah, the two when it attacks, unblockable and gives units in your void +2/+2. So that does explain the Chairman's contract a little more.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Maybe just making your scream targets bigger units would be interesting. I think Ignis is a bit better position just because he has unblockable 2/2 and Rindra in hand, and the Fanatic we see from Zekatech will just draw cards that cost 3 more. Just the tempo hit from the weights is just too big.
Yep, here we see getting the Stinger off. Yeah. And again, draws 2 right off the bat.
Yes, that's great in this situation. Again, we are in a racing situation. Zekatech has this time a lot higher health. And with another teleport on in the hand, he can just bounce the Rindra back if he wants.
Yep.
Drawing a power here from the Nightfall trigger is nice too, because power doesn't get increased by weights.
Yeah, fortunately he had a power off of the extra draw. So here, yeah, they could teleport. Rindra again just attack with everybody. Fanatic will get blocked, but you have a Haunting Scream already, so.
Yeah, and the Haunting Scream is... He decides to use it now. I'm not sure what he wants to get back. The teacher is in Ignis Void.
Yeah, and he has the Spy Master, I think, is it?
Spy Master is interesting. We said yes, it's a Spy Master. So the Emerald Stinger now can shuffle more Scorpion Traps into Ignis deck.
Yep.
Another question, does Ignis care that much about Fanatic?
Looks like no.
Anyway. Yeah, I agree, because the cards Zekatech gets to draw are just really expensive now. Can't even scream the teacher anymore.
Yeah. So
I like...
Yeah, he didn't attack with the Scorpions, though.
Yeah, one...
Because they came out on Cygnus' turn, so they should have been able to attack, right?
Yes.
Yes, and I don't think he cares about... His life total is pretty safe and just putting Cygnus at 4. Or if he blocks with the Void Drummer, you don't really care.
Yeah, I agree. I would have liked to see 2 more damage from Zekatech's side here.
Well, I guess the Fire's version does have a little more burst with, like, Champion and Highwayman.
And Highwayman better.
Yeah. But yeah, but Highwayman gets to eat one of them for free, so...
Yeah.
But
I'm not sure here. I would have liked to see the aggressive play. As I said on Friday, I'm a very aggressive player. Whenever I decide, it's mostly tempo-oriented, trying to close out the game quickly, which is why I'm not a good control player at all.
Same, yeah, I prefer just pushing the aggression and making the opponent answer you.
Yeah. But maybe taking it slower is correct here. You don't get to block the Void Drummer anyway, and the looter is probably going to loot anyway.
Right. So we see 2 screens drawn.
Okay, so he has the Spy Master in the Void, and...
For that line again, it looks like... Oh, he has a Fanatic. Okay.
And a Fanatic, that's just lethal.
Yep.
Oh, if he
Well-
attacks, that isn't lethal anymore with all. He had to attack in the air.
Yeah, he'll
No.
go to Cygnus will go to 11 and take 10. So yeah, he'll be at 1.
Yes.
But then he dies to the Nightfall trigger.
Which, the Nightfall, yeah, okay. So this is just 4D lethal.
But yeah, we do see where the no Scorpion attack last turn might have actually mattered.
Yeah. Okay, and now going over to Cygnus' turn, it's just game over. I like Nightfall lethal, probably my favorite.
They're good flavor wins.
Yeah, so now Zekata has his cursed unseen deck left. Versus the Screamless from Cygnus we just saw and Illusion Crown Roaches.
Yep.
Looking at the list, it's featuring quite a lot of 1-drops, still a stop opportunist. Lydia's Apprentice has a 2-drop. There is Nightshade. I think this looks fairly aggressive from Zekatech.
Yep. Would agree there.
And I'm not sure if I would rather bring the Scream list first to gain. I think because the Scream list is just faster and probably a bit stronger than Roaches. So I probably would bring this just so if I win, I get a moral boost. Saying, well, I get the next one too.
Yep, just shake things off. So it looks like they have jumped into the game. We'll get that going.
Okay, so we see the Unseen Hand without Primal Influence and lots of Primal cards.
Oh, they even have Affliction. They're just all in on the curses.
Yes, it's all the curses you can get. Affliction, Arachnophobia, Wanted Poster, Permafrost. So basically every curse you can get.
Okay.
This is Roaches, and Zekatech's hand looks, well, not great. Missing the Primal Influence as key and 2
Yep.
power only. So Cygnus gets lots of time to set up. Probably fetching a crown now.
Yeah, and Cygnus already hit Roaches with Journey Guide in play.
Yeah, so 2 power Roaches, having the crown on turn 4. We see the meditations in Cygnus' hand there, putting one of your units back on top and giving it +2/+2, so he gets another echo. He gets more echo value from Roaches.
Yep. Yeah, here comes the crown, and you see a Roach come. Nope, just to find the way.
Yeah, I like this. With 2 meditations in hand, you can just make sure that you get value out of it. You want to play the Roaches with the meditation backup. And Zekatech is obviously screwed, so
Yeah.
just you can take your time. Make sure you just play around pretty much everything. I think this is playing his first Roach, leaving the meditate up. So would you meditate here to get the battle skills, or would you be on the aggressive side, attack first and then maybe meditate next turn?
I like the attacking, so your opponent
Yeah, I
obviously
think-
just power screwed and just try to end the game faster before potentially them just having more raw cards than you.
Yeah, I agree.
But here we see a Twinning Ritual
Twinning Ritual.
drawn. Now we have 1 Cost Roaches. I did not see what they got from Crown.
Yeah,
We just know it was not Destiny.
and it's not charge.
Lifesteal.
Nice, okay. So, but I don't think that matters in this matchup.
No.
Right
Yeah, we
now,
see a Slay.
Nekatech gets a 3rd power, but still
They
no
just blows
primal.
them out so much now with the meditation.
Yeah,
Yeah. Has to kill the Wanted Poster one. Just
and
needs cards,
Nekatech
but
concedes. Yeah, that was just unlucky.
yeah.
So we get to see another round of Unseen versus Roaches. Oh no, not
We
Roaches
get the
anymore.
FJS Scream.
Seamless versus Unseen.
But yeah, just note, so Cygnus's Scream, his Fire Scream deck actually isn't the charge version. He's doing
Oh,
the
yeah,
more
well-
the Void shenanigans.
With Nocturnal Observer, Void Drummer, Rindra, Merchant, and Dusk Raider is his only units together with Fnatic. Yeah, so none of the charge units you usually see out of Fire, Primal Shadow. No Queen, no Iron Man. This is a bit slower, but at the same time it is packing Gift of Battle and Dusk Raider. So with the right draw, it can just burst for a lot of damage.
Yep, and they've jumped right back in since each player only has one deck left. So here you see Xygatech with a much more reasonable power hand. He has Brisma? I think that's the green unseen.
Yeah, that's Bisma, and Leader's Apprentice too.
Yep. Bisma's only gets bigger when they attack or something? I forget how.
Bisma is a 3-4-4 that gets a random battle skill whenever you play another unseen, and has Entomb give all the battle skills Bisma has to another unit.
Okay. So I don't think I played with that card since they did the pre-release event decks.
Yeah, that's what the last time I played the card too. When it was this pre-cost really. It's just so slow at 4 cost, but Xygatech is playing it, going all in.
Yep. Yep. Cygnus is perfectly fine with this trade. Since here he's gonna go get Haunting Scream most likely. And
Probably, I guess so.
The Dusk Raider.
Okay, so he says he don't want to go Berserk. He can just give it Berserk with the Gift of Battle, but Berserk on Fnatic is a non-bow because on the first attack it dies.
Yes.
And yeah, so with the Scream in hand, we're probably just going to see Fnatic getting played over and over again. He finds more Screams or Dark Returns. And Xygatech's hand looks quite slow.
Yeah, he has no
Needs to find
fast
another
speed interaction.
powerful. No fast speed interaction. The Alu needs more curses, of which there are none currently in Xygatech's hand.
Yep. I would have liked maybe firing off one of the Var's intervention, just killing the Caradon Merchant.
I think just curving out with the Unseen is more important. If the Bisma gets some relevant keywords like lifesteal or double damage, maybe even just Aegis, that would help.
Okay.
And I think Xygatech is just still hoping to get Bisma into Alu and then maybe get some curses going.
Yeah, try to.
There's an Arachnophobia in hand, so there's at least one curse for the Alu.
I'm seeing Affliction drawn as well.
Unfortunately, not another power, so Alu doesn't come down. And now I think I like Affliction on the Void Runner and getting that intervention value on the Merchant. Oh, no intervention.
Now he chose to go with the Arachnophobia. And no attack.
Okay, so he's staying on the defense here. Ignis doesn't have any Screams or Dark Returns at the moment. The first one was it from the market? Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Yes, the Scream was from the market.
So no more Screams in the market. You can, so he can just place the 2 Fanatics. And there we find another power. So now Alu can come down. And
Bisma gets to roll Berserk.
Berserk. Okay. This might be helpful later. Right now it's probably not great. But if it gets unblockable Berserk, this can amount to a lot of damage.
Yep. So do you see Merchant for a removal spell potentially? Or is he just play a little slower with Corey and Rindra?
There is no removal spell for Cygnus. He has Dark Return, Devastating Setback, Madness, and Rindra left.
Oh, okay. So I see Corey first.
Quarry for... Oh, for Combust, yeah. So I would like to see the Combust hit the arrow, yeah, exactly. And probably just an attack afterwards. Yeah, okay, so you get both Fanatics get through. This is huge.
Wow.
Drawing 6 cards. Finding another Scream. And now Cygnus can just play Rindra.
Just putting go ahead and put Berserk on. Oh, Permafrost is a good draw here.
It's punished by Permafrost. We'll just
slay.
Okay, so now we will see the Rindra getting screamed back, I guess.
Yep, yeah.
And this is just lethal. It's 10 attack in the air.
Yep. Even if he'd gone with the Permafrost, Cygnus could have just combusted the Rindra and then screamed it back.
Yeah, true.
So, yeah, just Fnatic doing what they kind of do when they snowball.
So, it seems like Zeketek's Unseen deck might be the weak link. Cygnus got to win after losing the first 2 matches. And advances. Yeah.
Yep. So with that,
I think the power screw game from Zeketek was just unfortunate.
Yep.
But overall, I think the Unseen list might be the weak link of his lineup. It's just a proactive 3-faction list with lots of curses that just require you to set up more cards like Arno Deathstreamer. It seems like there are a lot of potential hands that are just too slow or get draws.
Yeah. But I think we're going to take a short break, maybe see if we can improve Ahorn's mic a little bit, and then we'll come back with round 2. So,
okay.
See everyone soon.
just wanted to state this.
Welcome back, everyone. We've lost Ahorn's mic apparently, so we're going to trudge on with just the rock. And here we have, this round we have Cygnus versus Eric Kyoto. And so from Cygnus, Charge Rod got banned, and Eric's Praxis Rally deck got banned. Here we have Cygnus on Crown Roaches. And Eric Kyoto is on Stone Scar with Warhelms. Interesting. So we'll see how this goes for them. I think this game is just going to come down to if Eric Kyoto can get off to a pretty fast start and see if Cygnus can kind of piece together some action with maybe Journey Guides getting some cheaper units and being able just to block a little faster. So you see Journey Guide come down and a crest. The seat. Bottom's a seat, so yeah, he definitely just needs to action to try to stay alive. See, Eric missing Shadow Influence currently. Here we see the Warhelm. Lets him attack into Journey Guide, so. And there's going to be a pass the turn here, so. Cygnus can play the Crown. He's not under a ton of pressure yet. And Strategize definitely gets better once Crown is in play with Journey Guide. Eric's still missing power, but here he can decide to play this tactic, and then or he can play the Merchant and pitch one of the shadow cards for something in their market. So, see what is in Eric's market. So, grab the Boar. Definitely strong. Well, but Cygnus had kept the Face Aegis. So, the Boar does nothing now. I think we have Ahorn back, so we're going to bring him back in the call now. So, Ahorn, are you there? I guess not. Eric's still missing Shadow. Let me see Avisaur coming down. Just going to put Owlhead on top. Yep. Make it 3 less and with another battle skill. So, yep. But Eric's going to keep trudging away on this beatdown plan. Here you see the Pyromancer trading with the Avisaur. And Cygnus is at 8 already, so. But he's going to have a big old 6/6 come down this turn potentially. With looks like double damage. Yep. But, well, Stone Scar Banner off the top lets him attack in here and have the rapid shot, double rapid shot, so. And if Cygnus doesn't block both units, he's just dead. And he does, because yeah. So, good read on just Eric obviously having a bunch of shadow cards in hand. And you see rapid shot come down. He didn't go for the second rapid shot, I guess respecting the Equivocate. And obviously, yeah, Cygnus here just has to try to dig for something. Well, there's a nesting Avisaur that's 6 and 12/12. So we see the Aevasaur come down finally, and not put anything. Oh, it has, wow, charge and endurance. That's pretty great combo here. See if Eric can find a way to get lethal here. I'm just looking at he's just going to be 1 point short. I don't know if I would have put the 12-12 in front of the Overwhelm unit. I think Eric only had 1 power, so you're not scared of too much. But I guess both clocks are about the same, since 6/6 double damage, same as the 12/12. But the Nesting Aevasaur would have let Cygnus play offense and defense. But here he's just going to go for some Find the Ways. Just use up his power. Maybe increase the quality of his draws. But yep, here we go. Eric's line is pretty much just attack in and rapid shot. Cygnus will likely save Owlhead. So Cygnus still just hanging on. And if Eric draws a torch or anything, he's just dead. But Ollie rips a Diplo Seal. Well, Cygnus bricked for his turn, but Eric drew a 7/7 Outlaw, and Cygnus should draw some Meditation, so that will do it. So remaining for Cygnus is his TPS Scream deck and his FPS Scream deck, and Kyoto Stonescar deck is out. Cygnus will have his Clockroaches remaining as well. Then we see Eric has his Huru deck that is splashing Shadow and Time. I think it's believed for like the last word. Yeah, and then some Shadow cards. A Shadow Merchant. Nope, wrong list. So yeah, he's a Huru deck splashing for Time and Shadow, and then FJS removal pile deck looks like. So yeah, his Huru deck is splashing Aurelian Merchant, Find the Way, Stronghold's Visage, and 1 copy of The Last Word. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes. I think Cygnus will maybe pick one of the Scream decks, since Eric's remaining 2 decks are more on the controlling side, and so just having potentially Fnatic to get lots of card draw. Looks like they are back in the game already. And we see Eric queued up his Huru Splash Xenon deck. And pretty card hard redraw. So I feel like he should ship it. Oh, he's going to keep it, actually. I might have like keeping a hand that actually does more things than just spin his wheels. And Cygnus stuck to Crown Roaches. So you see, yeah, looks like Eric is just gonna be drawing some cards for a few turns. And Cygnus' hand looks fairly decent, just maybe an extra power, but he does have Aurelian Merchant, and he has another crest off the top. So he could play the crown here, just to get that started. That's what they decide to do. So, it's like Cygnus is, or seeing what Eric is wanting to do. She's gonna play the crest. But we have Eric, yep, just more card draw spells, but he's not under any pressure. So it looks like this is working out pretty well for him. So, yeah, see, Cygnus going with some more markets. I would imagine. Well, I guess Eric's not under much pressure. He can keep holding the harsh rules. So, and here he draws the time influence. But so use the Hailstorm, yeah, sweep up little small things. And here you see a Deadly Endurance Aevasaur come down and put the Owlhead on back on top. And then Eric here, I think, probably just play the Visage. Oh, he's gonna Harsh Rule again. Okay. I think he maybe could have played the Crest and just to get the Visage going, since he was only taking 5 the next, or 6 the next turn. No, 7. But yeah, here we see Owlhead, and Eric is probably just gonna channel the Tempest this. Yep, and yep. So Cygnus here is out of cards. So Eric can pretty freely just play. So he's gonna play the Crest first, and that's gonna go on the bottom. And probably just play a Visage out and then Wisdom. We should Wisdom first to get more information. Nope, he's gonna just hold it. But here we see Cygnus drew a nice Merchant here that has double damage and flying. He draws an Aevasaur. And so yeah, Eric just played the Visage that he was gonna play, or excuse me, played the Wisdom on Cygnus' turn that he would have played on his own turn. So we'll see if that information matters. But here looks like Ironthorn and Seat. And he's just gonna play the Visage. So Harshal, I think we'll go on the bottom. Yep. Eric's just pretty much trying to just look for power to play the last word. So now just going to trade a little bit of damage each way. Cygnus draws just a Sigil. Doubt will not commit the Aevasaur. Needs to really find a Crown Roach to kind of start going. So Cygnus still debating about playing the Aevasaur. And I think he just needs to hold it and hope to draw a Crown Roach or a Clock Roach. Alright, well, it looks like Ahorn has gotten things working, so we will see if he's here. Ahorn, are you there?
I should be back right now.
Hey, yes. Welcome back.
Well, I found a fix for it.
It's good to have you
1 or 2
back with this, so yeah.
This looks like game 2 of Cygnus vs. Eric Kyoto.
Yes, this is game 2. Eric is up 1 game. And this game looks like it's going to be tough for Cygnus to win.
Just heavy control versus slow mid-range.
Yep, and Cygnus is just out of cards. So I think Eric is just looking to find the last shadow he needs for the last word.
Yeah, which he just found. Wait a turn so we can activate it once. Use Martial Ironthorn ultimate here. Or at least that would I would do. Martial ability.
Yeah, clear the board, and then the last word ultimate costs, is it 9 as well? Or is it more?
Both are 9, so it's 18 power to do both in turn.
It's a nice fancy way to kill someone.
I never did it so far. In 2 years of playing, I never used last word and ultimated it in the same turn.
I don't think I've cast the last word yet. But yeah, Cygnus just...
So yeah, Cygnus doesn't find anything and just knows this is pretty much over.
So yeah, all Eric has left is FJS deck, which I believe is like a mid-range removal pile.
Between the two, it plays Vicious Highwayman, Rezan, Icaria, Daisho, and Arshul.
Yep. So just a fairly standard removal pile type deck, and looks like they are already getting back in the game.
To win with with each of his lists that aren't banned. So I would probably just start with Scream, any of the both Scream types, because Scream is pretty good into removal pile.
and just to get that morale boost.
Yep. But I thought the same thing last round, and Cygnus stuck to Crown Roaches. But yeah, here we see he brings the FJS Scream. So, fairly lots of power and do-nothings. But Corey should help him find some action.
His Scream list is a lot slower than the charge list, and probably less favored. But Scream overall should be quite a good matchup into Fire Just a Shadow removal pile.
Yep, and yeah. Eric also has no silence effects. Correct?
Yeah.
So, yeah, Fnatic is pretty safe in the matchup.
Maidens either.
I don't see any maidens in market or the main.
Fast spell removal he has is Annihilate, which doesn't hit Gorgon Fanatics, so he only has Torch for the Fanatics.
Yeah. So, and then once a Fnatic or two hit, the game might kind of get out of hand. Just be down so many resources.
The Shadow lists are able to turn the corner quicker because Rezon just allows to race.
Yeah, Rezon and Highwayman can let you definitely swing and turn the corner very quickly.
I think this is less favored than 3, where the removal pile list really only had Icaria to race. That just Eric Kyoto finds the threats and starts pressuring. Much time to set up.
Yeah,
especially with a slow like this.
Yeah, I mean, when every spell just becomes removal and life gain, it's pretty hard for Sinistrata to come back. So, and his hand has not come together this game so far, really. He has 2 merchants he can play.
That's just so slow. Is getting the Highwayman into the Shadow Merchant, which is just perfect. Gets to ping off the Merchant and even gains life. Cygnus plays the other Merchant next turn, he just gets to play the Rune Hammer and once more gain life. Really good for Eric Kyoto.
Yeah.
But he should be quite comfortable right now. Market here. Do you get the Fnatic from Cygnus side?
Yes, yeah, I just get. So he gets the Madness.
Okay, so he plans to Madness Devour the Highwayman, probably. Idea? Just to take the threat off the board, draw some cards. Turn the Highwayman if you devour it. Start beating down the opponent.
Yeah, Eric just kind of turns the corner here now.
The Madness on the Highwayman. Devour after hitting the face of Eric Kyoto. And then next turn we will probably see a Dark Return and then a Scream. The damage though. Cygnus disagrees. Madness and Devour from Cygnus this turn. The next turn playing Dusk Raider and Dark Returning the Highwayman, so it gets Berserk.
Ooh, yeah, that would be pretty good.
Would have been a lot of damage. Is going for the Rinra Scream, devouring his own unit. Madness, maybe for Icaria or Rezon. Accesses his Shadow Market. He has.
Oh, Gift.
I'm about to say that might be just great. Cygnus had a slow start, lots of cards in hand, and Eric Kyoto just gets to gift next turn. Is in a pretty bad spot. But Merchant giving access to Setback. And I'm not sure we'll play this here.
I don't know
Or
what's
just screen
been put into the
Windrow.
market yet, but Setback is okay. Just because it answers the 2 threats he has, but then Cygnus also loses his Merchant.
Madness on the Highwayman and probably just Combust. Probably. Which usually is a pretty bad Scream decks to be in. Cards really hurts Scream.
Yeah. But yeah, here we see the GIF came down. And Eric has still 2 removal spells for whatever Cygnus decides to play this turn.
Cygnus can return the Rindra, play Gift of Battle on it, get in for 10, gain 10 life.
12.
Then just, 12, you're right. To top deck quite well.
Yep, and it dodges the Annihilate and the Torch, so... And he gets the Highwayman.
First with the Highwayman. This is the Torch. It's not looking great, to be honest. This is just...
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Eric Kyoto another market access.
So we've seen the gift. He has like a Dark Return, Annihilate, a Bloodletter, and a Smuggler Stash. And then if he put back a Shadow card, I didn't see. So it looks like he went and got... Oh no, he played Cull, found a Highwayman.
Needs to find an answer to the Rindra. Otherwise, this is still looking for Cygnus.
Yeah. Maybe, is he going to get the Bloodletter to try to race?
I think Bloodletter is the best card from the market. Smuggler Stash is way too slow. Avoid, help combat the... And Annihilate doesn't hit it.
Yep, and then here we see a Fanatic was drawn. Now he got... Must have got a war card from an earlier Highwayman, because last turn Eric killed it before the attacks. I'm not sure where it got the buff from.
War card was from the Madness turn.
Okay. So yeah, here we see...
He plays Highwayman, probably plays the Bloodletter.
Yep, and then you have Merchant on defense for the Fanatic.
Sigil. Revealing.
Another Sigil. So that's going to go on the bottom, and then...
Yeah.
Yep, attack here just
And a lot
trades.
close out the game. Another Scream, Dark Return.
But yeah, so Eric here needs to quarry into a removal spell, or some other life gain effect. Var's favor doesn't do it though.
It looks like Cygnus won through a gift. With a slow start, but Berserk Rindra got there.
Eric just getting his attacks in for the fun.
Finishing a quest, a damage quest. Well, but you can't do that in friendlies.
No. Could have tried to bluff attack, but I think Cygnus is attacking there 100% of the time.
Yeah, for sure. We saw why gift isn't an automatic win.
Yep, sometimes you can just,
Some powerful.
if you're ahead on the board
Sure.
already. So, here we see they're just jumping right back in games. There's no time to talk. So, do you think we'll see Crown Roaches or the Time Scream deck from Cygnus?
Probably. I think Cygnus wants another win with Scream.
Bielix, yeah, he's on the Time Scream deck. So, Eric's hand is a little slow.
Yeah, there is no answer to teacher, but we won't see a turn 2 teacher with this hand either.
Nope.
Let's to go for a turn 3 teacher. We know that Eric Kyoto has nothing to stop it.
Yeah, so Eric's gonna go ahead and go with the call just to see more cards and potentially answer teacher. I think that's a good line because that's the fastest way that he can potentially just lose a game.
There's no answer to teacher. Cygnus is still playing slow power. Which doesn't cut it either. Teacher isn't that big.
So yeah, he kept the dice show. I think I would have like just bottoming that. You just need power.
You already have 2 6-drops in hand, and keeping them on top is. I don't think I agree with this play.
Yeah, and your 6-drops, yeah, don't have lifesteal yet either. So you just need to find spells or power to cast your cards in hand.
Play the Highwayman and block.
Yeah.
That is what you want to do here? Yes.
Oh, but here's Equivocate off the top for Cygnus.
Yeah, that's okay. That's an easy choice for Cygnus.
Oh.
He wants to scream the teacher next turn, probably.
Yeah, and he just needs to hit his power drop too. So petition here to get a primal
crest. So I would probably just try to get a.
Oh yeah. Yep, just get the Crest of Cunning. It's unfortunate petition is just a little too slow. I think the card has a lot of good uses.
Still run the card in a slow manner, and it's nice to have. We already saw 4 Faction Mask playing it, and I think it's. But now I think we are. Oh, Eric Kyoto found the torch.
Yep.
This means Screaming Teacher will be stopped.
I like this. Maybe just holding Scream for potentially like if he had Runehammer this turn.
Two. It plays around removal. Cygnus doesn't know that Eric Kyoto doesn't have any answers to teacher.
Right.
Be Annihilate or a torch, which there is. And with the post that showed now, there should be knowledge about the.
So he goes to teacher, let Eric choose which poison to take. Now I would imagine he'll let Cygnus have the cards.
Yeah, I would torch the teacher probably. Or maybe?
I guess you do already have 3 6-drops in hand, and like they kind of stabilize, so. And you've seen Cygnus miss on power for a long time. And here ya, Cygnus just still missing on power. So do you like Rizon just coming down now while the board's clear? Yep, so that's what Eric chooses.
Yeah, I would just try to pressure the.
Oh, and it does have lifesteal now.
Time Primal Shadow Scream deck has no madness. Times that can answer the Rizon, so I think just putting on pressure.
Yeah, just end the game.
Probably getting equivocated.
Yep, and let's see what Eric rolls. Well, 6/4 Flyer's not terrible.
It's not great either, but one of the more aggressive units. But it
Yep.
runs into the Annihilate, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, but
Nothing else but merchant does.
yeah. So here,
From
maybe he'll
Arcadis
get
list.
rid of it.
Yeah, and it probably gets a gift. I was about to say.
Yep. Yeah, he already has triple shadow.
Not from Cygnus and gift. Maybe even this time. Great top decks, but nothing as powerful has been played from from Cygnus' side this time.
Yep, but Eric's probably, I mean, just gonna give him a gift, right?
Yeah, I think so. Just steal a gift here, and then he will try to pressure
Yep.
a
Yeah.
lifesteal flyer, Highwayman. And Cygnus needs to top deck passes and threats at the same time, which is
Ugh.
just impossible to do.
Waystone with they can't activate the face ages though. So yeah, I mean, yeah, he has Vanquish here to cover Rindra, and he had Daisho to cover if Cygnus had played 2 threats. So yeah, so you can play Highwayman plus Vanquish.
I would do that. And let's just start racing. I don't see any lines that Cygnus could draw to win this match now.
I don't either.
Because he needs to answer Kyoto's flats and needs to push to put pressure on the plate, and I don't see it.
There. Haunting Scream on Fnatic into power plus something he can play.
Power answer to
Yeah, and
Highwayman or Rizan.
Yep, Annihilate coming down.
Back to see probably Rizan and then Daisho next turn, just closing out the game.
Yeah, I would agree. You have this. Or you guys gonna go with Daisho now?
I don't really think this matters any. Go Daisho or no reason to go Rizan. It's either way over, I think.
Yep. Yeah, even Harsh Roll, Slay. Whatever Eric would like to do. Or Rizan and just face it. Just look what he's gonna do.
I'm not sure what this line was.
Don't know.
The only line that isn't lethal this time.
Oh, wow, yeah. Interesting.
Rizan or Harsh Rule and hit face, but
Yeah, or just Slay first 2. Does Merchant save him?
it's equivocate.
Haunting Scream. It's a
Okay.
choice.
And the Nightfall triggers, so he draws 2 cards at a time.
Oh, he at least hit Akaria, but
Once more, it isn't lethal.
yeah, Cygnus is finding ways just to stay alive.
Harry Kyoto attacked the lifesteal Rindra. Pass.
And then here just play Rizan. I think Eric should have played his power last turn. Because now he can't play a card for 2 more turns even. But it doesn't look like it will matter too much.
So if Cygnus can find another pair of
What?
answers. Haunting Scream and Devour. Another Rindra attack, which gains him enough life to survive.
Yep.
Trigger for another pair of answers. Intense than I thought after the gift. Oh,
Yeah, I would not block here.
great. No.
Your life total is so high already. Unfortunately, Eric cannot merchant forward Bloodletter for lethal because of the weights.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so, yep. Stinger's not good enough, I think, here.
Put that to the bottom. It's not bad, but in this case, it won't help either. Can't get anything lethal from his sideboard, from his market.
Nope. I think play Merchant, get nothing, play Seek Power, so you can guarantee Ikaria next turn if needed.
With Call the deck was top cards.
Yeah, it could call as well.
What he's thinking about. Okay, so he wanted to
yeah, I would have liked just even
Mistake,
Merchant
okay.
there with nothing. Just have
I
two
think
threats.
Bigness, does he have Time Waste Stone? He does not. This is just a deck on board and Ether in the air. This time, this is over.
Yeah, so it looks like Eric is going to take this match 3-1 actually. Had the
Yes.
incorrect, so
Chance on my thought. Eric, you had lethal before, missed it, and Bigness top deck the perfect pairs of cards every time.
yep. But eventually he just
And
ran out of
2-1.
things to do. So we will take a quick break while we set up the next round. So we'll see everyone in just a few minutes.
See Prime Temps versus Cygnus. Prime Temps on a Stonescar Alter deck, and Cygnus is. I still can't see what he's playing.
He is playing. Went with the Time Scream deck.
This time Screen deck. This interesting matchup. Scream has lots of flyers, and Grenadin deck is lacking answers to flyers, so the air is quite open.
Yep.
Uh,
Cygnus' hand was a little
Grenadin.
slow. So, yep. So see, Prime Tim's still debating his hand. Looks like Cygnus did mulligan and redrew into 4 power basically, Devour, Dark Return, and Amaran Stinger. That's a fairly reasonable hand.
Yeah, and I think I like Prime Temp's hand. It's a bit slow, but it gets the Brimstone Altar from the market. It has the 2-drop. Okay.
I think Prime Tim's might be waiting, but I'll message him and let him know. Oh, maybe just thinking about his hand a little bit.
It's a 2-power hand with depleted power, quarry, and Slumbering Stone. He can only play on turn 2.
Yep, so
To start with Prime Temps, he finds a torch and keeps it on top. I'm not sure I would have done that. I would like undepleted power a lot more, but torch is this matchup.
yeah, he might just be
Maybe-
scared of Screams and Fanatics, even with 1 torch,
Right.
but
A bit awkward with his. Maybe it's correct. And here comes the Emerald Stinger. Blocked. And Tim's now with a 2/2 flyer. Cygnus still having his Stinger with Infiltrate, and there's another undepleted power. This is really good.
yep, so he's gonna play it slow. Just hold up torches for anything. Free Grenadin is nice.
It's great here. He might even think about triple blocking the Stinger. If he does so, it will equivocate.
Yeah. So
No,
pretty
never
reasonable
saw
line.
a post from Cygnus. Here takes him, yeah. So think he jump blocks with one of the Grenadines, or does he say the Scorpion traps aren't that high impact?
So yeah, here it looks like he's just gonna block each
Okay.
and then torch one of them.
And next turn he's probably going to play. No, I think Quarry plus Drone is the best play here.
Yep,
Just
just
find more power.
agreed. Yeah, definitely want to hit your power drop, especially with once you get Memory Dredger plus Brimstone Altar online. So blocking shouldn't be a problem.
Scream. Another block plus torch play from Prime Temp.
So it looks like
Trying to find his. He's getting back his stinger.
so now
Okay.
I guess Prime Temp still makes the same blocks as last turn. No, it looks like he's gonna just kill the 3/5/1.
And Cygnus finally gets the Scorpion Traps into Prime Temp's deck.
We'll see when those traps get to trigger.
Maybe? No. Not another triple Scorpion Trap draw.
No, yeah, here I think attack and devour probably. Maybe play the altar, but I kind of
Showing a lot of pressure. So I think I would have played the altar.
okay. Instead of just blocking and devouring. Looks like Prime Temps gets a little rewarded though, since he doesn't get more scorpions in his deck.
And Devour in response. Scorpion Trap.
Yeah, here it looks like Cygnus is gonna be Crest and no, it looks like he played a power already.
I expect Prime Temps to play the Crest and use the trip wire to. And next turn he will be able to play Memory Dredger, which will probably get equivocated.
Yep.
The Scorpion Trap to the bottom. That's value.
That's pretty good. Here we see another simple attack. Cygnus plays both units this turn, or holds up Equivocate?
I would just play both units. Thing with charge, you're fearing, so you can still equivocate next turn.
Yep, and just merchant for nothing.
Or just merchant for nothing. Just get the tempo out. Or Scream. Okay, so he gets rid of the equivocate, gets the Scream back. And this allows Prime Temps to play the Memory Dredger and
yeah, block Scream. And I guess Cygnus had seen pauses, so he knew Fnatic was likely to die.
I still think Equivocate is just too good. Prime Temps' whole deck is centered around Memory Dredger. If he doesn't get this going...
True.
So... Sure, I like this too much. Scream from the market, I would have just waited with the Merchant. Just delay it, wait for the next draw and get Scream. But I would have kept the Equivocate, for sure.
Yeah.
Scream is sitting useless in hand because it can't get past 3-4.
Yeah, and there's merit to maybe just not even playing the Merchant, just waiting to draw something useless and exchanging it for a card. But
And now Prime Temp gets his Altar going and...
yeah, he gets Altar and Memory Dredger going. And Cygnus Strategize just draws nothing.
Lost the contract, which mills his both petitions. Can't be too sad about that.
Yeah.
Temps get to trade the Tripwire Grenadin with a 3-2. Cygnus gets to draw 3 cards, which is obviously great.
Yep. And you should be able to play most of them. Oh, double annihilate is good.
Yeah. Shut down the Dredger down, and it looks pretty grim for Prime Temps now.
Well, he does get to Madness Steel Fanatic.
True. Not bad. So Prime Temps get to draw a bit more gas, which obviously is great. Stone Scar Alter decks probably just have the biggest problem they have is running out of steam.
Yes. There we see a Dark Return picked up.
He can get the Fanatic back in the Memory Dredger now, which will annihilate. On the top decks, who can? I think if Prime Temps gets to my Memory Dredger or another Dark Return, he's in a good spot. And Cygnus just needs another screen or Dark Return.
Yep. But here, Prime Temps could just Dark Return Fanatic and cast it, and the Slumbering Stone.
My Dark Return the Memory Dredger, not knowing about the Annihilate, or it could have been Devourer. The Annihilate will get the Fanatic, but no. Okay, so we will see another Dredger which will get annihilated.
Yep. I think I would have preferred the Fanatic. It's a little harder to deal with, I think, from Cygnus's deck.
Of course, because the Fanatic just gets blocked by the 2/4.
Well, it would have been a 4/3.
If the Memory Dredger right. You're right. It's just too tempting to get the Memory Dredger back.
True.
Oh, this is perfect.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Jump block, steal it with Madness. This is just great. Gets to draw more gas. Gets the Fanatic out of the void. This was a great turn. And now he gets to play Grenadins and hit for 5.
Ugh, yeah, just a feeding time on a 1/1.
I think that was the correct play.
Yeah, it just definitely just never feels great, but when you have two altars and ticking Grenadin, it's a pretty fast clock, so. Oh, Cygnus drew a Scream. Does he have another Fanatic? Nope, just Stinger.
To Madness both Fanatics was huge for Prime Temps.
Yeah, I think that probably will win him, lead to him winning the game.
To attack here, Devour whatever gets blocked. Scorpion.
Yeah, I guess. But Prime Temps decided just to attack with the ticking Grenadin.
Just to find more units close to. Just to find more.
Yes,
small
here we go.
units to deploy to.
Yep, Tripwire will kill the Scorpion, and then he can merchant away this power for... What do we have? There's a Combust, another Altar, Black Iron Manacles, Venom Spine Hydra, and Voprex. So, we see that, yeah, the Manacle's not the only thing relevant.
Great, because it needs to draw more cards to win this match. One for winning the opponent. It needs to constantly draw cards.
Right.
And Manacles to set.
It's a good line to take, but
Turn Prime Temps has now 4, 5 damage. Manacles, that's a 2-turn clock. Cygnus needs to find a way to gain health next turn, or
yeah, that doesn't involve like fanatics, maybe.
needs to be something like Rindra. Prime Temps is still sacrifices.
Yep, here we go. He's going for sacrifices now.
But only for one, not for both. So this merchant can get the Rindra, I think.
But then he's just dead to altar, correct? Although merchant can't get anything because he has no cards.
He can't get anything. And this is lethal from Prime Temps. Yeah, the merchant can't get anything without a second card. I think this matchup was decided by the 2 Madness plays on Fanatics.
I agree, yeah.
This Void was just huge. And so now Prime Temps, the Leslie moment, and Praxis Warp. Field.
Yeah, so I think they'll maybe tokens into the Scream decks? Not entirely sure, but they've already jumped back in. So looks like players are making their deck choices very fast.
Playing the Forge deck, which with but 3 power, the Workshop Forge, the Merchant, some 2-drops. I would keep that.
Yeah, I think it's keep, and then Cygnus's hand is just a 1 power though, so it looks like he will redraw.
I can't imagine Cygnus keeping a 1 power hand in any of his decks.
Yeah, especially a depleted. Maybe if he had like Time Sigil and then a bunch of like 1-drops, but
So this is a Crown Fortress versus Praxis War. 2 decks that are looking to go late. Will be interesting.
yep, this should be good. And I mean, Prime Temps has the namesake card of the deck, so he could do some explosive things later.
I'm not sure if anyone of the 2 players is favored here.
Not sure. Yeah, I think this is
very similar.
It's kind of just combo-ish decks doing their own thing. Both looking to kind of flood the board with units. Cygnus's he can make bigger and get random skills. Prime Temps maybe just floods the board faster if he gets Workshop Forge down.
No power to do so at the moment. He has no power in his market.
Okay, so
but not to 5 power.
I think he'll still get maybe Purify. Not sure what. Oh, he gets Obelisk.
I can see that. Just pressuring with Obelisk and going wide seems like a good plan against. Especially now that the Crown deck seems to be a bit slower starting.
Yeah. Yeah, just kind of kill them before they get started.
Obelisk now starts swinging in.
Yep.
This is looking for his first crown still, or any of the merchants.
Yeah. Prime Temps missed a power, and importantly, a second time.
His Forge. And play the Temple Scribe or. Now we can probably see the Workshop Forge coming down.
Oh.
Deciding for the warp value.
Yep, you just draw a card that way. And he'll probably play Temple Scribe as well.
Oh, Elarian Ember. It's fully committing to the beatdown plan.
Okay. I do like that Prime Temps has recognized what his role should be in this game, so instead of trying to play 2 game plans at once, so we'll see.
And now the roaches are quite big. They are now what, 4/4 for 2?
Yes. Pretty good.
Okay, so he decides to play 1. And Prime Temps now sees no warp card on top. Plays a Temple Scribe.
Still no warp card.
It probably will be a power, and only the Obelisk and the Merchants and the Temple Scribe don't have warp. Everything else in warp.
And the power as well. Does he have... He should have Waystone Infuses, correct? He does. So maybe find that
Warp, yeah.
soon and kind of start going through things, but just draws Merchant and then no power or no warp on top again. This energy is nice though. Gets 8 power and then throw a crappy Grenadin away.
Getting the Purify. It's looking good. Yeah, so he just tries to get rid of a blocker, and
Yeah, does Cygnus save this, or no? He's gonna hold, just equivocate an attacker instead.
he draws it next turn, and I don't think you want to draw your Journey Guide again. Even if it gets +2/+2. It's just not enough, I think.
Yeah, I would agree. Here.
Okay, trading one of the roaches as small as possible. Okay, so Vignes says there's no time to play Crown right now. He needs to stem the bleeding, and I think I agree.
Yeah, I mean these roaches are very large now.
Primetime still has no warp card on the top of his.
He has what, half of his deck is warp cards, I think, almost.
More than half of his deck. Like 40 warp cards on his deck, and still he draws another power and still missing the.
Oh yeah, now Cygnus can start going on these roaches. And just, I think
Throwing them
charge.
bigger, getting this charge is nice here. That's just really, really good. Now I think he now can just go on the aggressive side.
Yeah, I don't.
Attack Roach is interesting here. Still no
Wow.
warp card on top again. Since the Workshop Forge has been played, there were no warp cards. I think Cygnus just. Yeah, okay. So Primetime calls it and says that's over. Unlucky.
So yep.
Getting this much power.
So, what do we think will be the next game? Maybe.
So I think
Go ahead.
Cygnus time Scream deck. It's just my feeling. He really seems to like it. I would expect Prime Temps to just stick to his deck.
Okay. Looks like they have jumped back in. Players giving us no time to talk about strategy. They just want to play.
Without sideboards, it's just so quick.
Yep. I would have expected.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's very nice. I would have thought a little bit of time with the deck selections, but we shall see. So it looks like they did
the Praxis.
stick to the warp deck.
Primal Shadow Scream list. This time Cygnus needs to be on the aggressive side, I think.
Yes.
Prime has too much time to go wide because he has no answers to it, and his units won't be able to block efficiently.
Yeah, but not having Highwayman or Champion Fury kind of hurts his plan to be the beatdown a little. Here's saying she's going with a Quarry to find a Combust. And putting
And
a
he gets
Fanatic
to
in the Void.
Yeah, that's a perfect call. 3 Fanatic with charge. Merchant to get Dark Return next turn from Cygnus. Three cards. Yeah, this is looking good. Gets to recombobulate the Fanatic. That time can buy him some time, but it still will have charge and
Yeah, but I think here
many answers. He's playing torches in his.
Yeah, so yeah, Merchant probably pitching one of these workshop forges.
Yeah, I would imagine. Getting Purify, I like that. Won't ever be around to be purified.
Yeah.
To cull the deck.
Yeah, we have a call. Cygnus
Good
can't
turn.
play any units this turn though, so Primetime Sphere gets to have a can play Workshop Forge fairly freely.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like to see that. Just try to get your engine going and go wide afterwards.
Yeah.
You see, he wants to block the Fanatics in order to be able to purify it, which I can understand.
Yep, I think that's reasonable.
Fanatic once he can just shut it down. But go for it. He just wants the Void Drummer.
Okay.
Grow his Fanatic in the Void.
Yep. So here, Primetimes has a couple different decisions. But here, yeah, I'm just gonna silence and then get devoured. And then I think Merchant away. What? The Alluring Ember?
Flying Blocker is useful in this matchup.
True.
The Fanatics.
But I feel like the other, like Heart you want to keep, Infuser and Forge you both want as well, and then Recombobulate, I think, as well.
Getting a Sandstorm Scarf is big.
Oh yeah. We
This
found
is-
out
this
what
is
happened
great.
to Darude's scarf. And then, so yeah. Cygnus here just going through his deck a little and replaying, or playing another Voidwalker.
So now the Scream plan is just over. Think Cygnus has any answers to the Scarf?
I don't believe so.
There's nothing. No burglarize. No way to deal with this.
Now he has to try to slog through a deck that just kinds of vomit units on the board. That's gonna be pretty tough.
This is just pretty impossible to do. To madness the Heart of the Vault attacks here for 8. It just gets jump blocked.
Yep, and it does get combusted, so maybe Cygnus is on the dark returning part of the vaults now.
His best chance.
So what does
some
Primetimps want to do here?
try to keep open the recombobulate on top.
Yep. So maybe Scarf and Cinder Yeti and Granite Waystone.
I think maybe just power, keep open the recombobulate, hope to get to cycle it.
Yep.
Which obviously depends on the opponent's plan. If they don't attack, plan.
Oh yeah, yeah. Forge lets him keep up the Recombobulate. So that's very nice here.
Just to try it. An opportunity to scream from the void, which will run into the recombobulate. Or he decides to you can do both. Ooh, I think Vignis is going for Fnatic, trying to draw some units to give them Berserk, and this gets foiled by the recombobulate.
Yeah, she gets blown out by it.
It still has charge and flying. Repeat next turn, but I expect Primetimps to play the Scarf or keep recombobulate up.
Yeah.
He is trying to decide what he discards as madness, which is have been useful later against another Heart of the World. Maybe it's just too slow.
Yeah, Primetimps has like his engine set up now, so as long as he doesn't brick on the top of his deck very much, he's just gonna kind of flood the board and overwhelm Cygnus.
I expect the Scarf to come out now. Nothing gets past his line.
Yeah, it just prevents anything from potentially going wrong. So yeah, Scarf plus Evrex Familiar.
I like that play. He can get value from that hip shot, but he knows that there's a charge flying Fnatic in Vignis's hand. Yeah, and he goes for Sandstorm. Could imagine Vignis needing some time to think, because the screen plan that isn't working really. So you mentioned earlier that you probably would return the Heart of the World in this case. Slog through.
Yeah.
I think that's just try to draw cards with Heart of the World, return it over and over with Dark Return. Ignis has another plan. He goes for Rindra. Maybe Rindra Berserk plays, yeah, with Dust Raider on board.
Okay.
And Primetimps now gets to play just from top.
Yeah, just
Always the top card.
yeah, draw 3 to 4 cards at least every turn probably, depending on how many power it hits.
This is looking good for Primetimps here. Getting rid of that Dusk Raider. Can't play. Blink Wolf for free. Many blockers, I don't see how Vignis can get through. Basically needs to the Cleaver plus Rindra plan again. Just try to overwhelm your way through.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be real tough for Cygnus to overcome, but looks like he's gonna keep on fighting.
I like that. Maybe there's a way.
Yep. Players could always make mistakes too, so if Primetime thinks he's just too far ahead and just makes one bad block or two, and Cygnus draws very well.
Yeah. Tries to force his way through. Primetime manages to miss on his draw steps, maybe a couple of hours, and Cygnus can succeed with this plan.
Yes.
Waiting Windra plus every turn, trying to get the board to a small state. Cygnus correctly identified his best shot at winning. I think this might even be better than getting out of the vault back. Let's find another power, a hip shot, and Cinder Yeti. Some good draws. And a second power.
Yep.
To see Primetime start attacking with a couple of his units.
Yep, here's the just using the hip shot to go ahead and get cards out of hand.
Just start attacking with, yeah, a couple of his units, but always keep enough up to...
Yeah, to block and trade with Rendra.
So the Primetime needs to run Cygnus out of Dark Returns, and Cygnus tries to run Primetime out of units.
One of those seems much more likely.
I know which side is
You know which side you would like to be on?
on Primetime's side.
Yep, here's here the Recombobulate.
And that's delaying.
It does give Cygnus more cards, though. But I guess lucked into a 2-card halt of the vault, so...
This is just so much value every turn.
Yep.
For Cygnus. I think Primetime is just looking for for a Xenon Obelisk, and all his units will just be way too big.
Yes. Well, there might be an obelisk on top now.
Or Temple Scribe, or Merchant. Merchant is just an obelisk.
Yeah, so...
Is that good now?
Well, there was a Berserk. I might have done something earlier. But I think it's way past that now.
Digging for answers. Trying to find something, but no.
I think that's... I guess not lethal yet.
Bishop Forge. Get
Yep.
pretty much his whole deck for free.
He's just gonna run out of space for units to play.
And this is, I think, the second power. Yeah.
Yep, he played a
Good
banner, I
work.
believe. It's another power,
this-
so I guess only Heart of the Vault can attack?
I don't think we'll see any attacks.
Just wait for Nightfall to end?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, no, he decides to attack with Heart of the World, which is just fine.
I don't know about everything attacking.
No.
Cygnus is
Where
at
is it?
virtual 18.
Yeah. Can block. Yeah, this is 2, 4, 5.
Yeah, I think if he's making this deck, it should be everything. You have plenty of power.
Yeah, if you make this attack, you attack with everything. I think.
Yeah, he would have taken 5 more
Right enough.
damage. So we see another Rindra.
Be bad for Cygnus.
Yeah.
The combust does help. But okay, so yeah, this is just a lethal attack for Prime Temps.
Yep. A plus space.
Even just yeah, okay. The second game. Have Prime Temps on LSC moment versus any of Cygnus' decks.
Yeah, that's what I see as the last thing remaining.
I think that the LSC deck might even be the strongest deck today. I already saw this on ladder, and it does feel quite strong.
I've not played much with it myself, but it's looked good when I've seen people playing it. This is the control version of with the lessees, pretty much.
This is playing Harsh Rule, Heart of the Vault, Moment of Creation, even a Molten Fist and LSC with the Press Scan combo.
Okay. Yep, and they're right back in. No Prime Temps was gonna play. Cygnus is on. Looks like TJP Chalice. Sorry, Scream.
Yeah, keep Scream, yeah. I think
And he
Prime Tim's hand is more, yeah. Besides that too, we see again another slow hand from Cygnus with the two crests.
Yep.
Two Screams. And Prime Tim's bit of a faster hand to Alessis, but no spells to grow them. I think out of all the cards from set 4, Alessi is the one I played the most.
You made what, like 30 decks with Alessi so far, I think? It's been really fun to brew with it. It was definitely a card I did not think that much about until people started sharing some lists and playing with her.
Well, revealed right before the release, so I didn't even bother to really form an opinion before the release. And afterwards, I was just too busy playing with markets to really look at. Looking back, I should have thought a bit more about Alessi. Just the ability to grow is so incredible.
Yeah, just being a permanent buff. And, like, the armor is not irrelevant.
Doesn't matter. Not a lot. I think even without armor, it would be just as great.
Yes.
I have underestimated Alessi, for sure. Cygnus gets to connect with Amaran Stinger, so at some point we will see some Scorpions again. Another Stinger gets in. Oh no, it gets recombobulated.
Yep, so...
And it's just not taking more power. This Alessi plus Harsh Rule isn't the best combination of Alessi plus a spell.
No, it's definitely not great. So...
Yeah. So at some point there will be quite a lot of Scorpions on the board. For example now, which buffs the Alessi. This is just the, the perfect synergy.
Yep. Oh yeah, because you still actually cast the spells. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, this is probably the best time to Harsh Rule, because in deck to have big boards, and 4 units is quite a lot.
Yep.
You get to set up some maybe Moment of Creation from the market, buffed by the Scorpion Traps, which counts as spells for the 2.
Did I miss how the merchant costs 0?
Regulate reduces the cost of the top card by the cost of the unit you targeted.
Okay, I did not. Yeah, I missed them casting the Recombobulate.
This is getting a stand together here.
Okay.
This
I
is
thought
interesting.
I might have gone with Harsh Rule and then Merchant.
done that too. Just Harsh Rule Merchant in the moment of creation. Those Scorpions and without any ways to really get through. He has 4 torches and 4 purifies.
But looks like he might be trying just to block in combat here. And trade all and kill some units.
Don't expect Cygnus to really attack here at all.
Yeah. Let me see Cygnus get the Haunting Scream. I think that's a card he's gotten almost every time with the first merchant.
Cygnus does attack here, which runs into the Harsh Rule.
And the stand.
Yeah.
So yeah, this was ended up being a good turn for Prime Temps.
And another power. So Prime Temps just. What would you attack with one of the units?
I'm not sure.
The Scorpions. You can wait. So Cygnus is probably just Fnatic for next turn for stream. Or for the turn after that. Prime Temps is stop getting even more power.
Yep, starting to flood a little bit.
6 power main, 4 seek powers, and 2 find the ways. It's about average, maybe even.
Yeah.
I've played 7 power so far.
And I mean, he has a deck that also wants to get up to Heart of the Vault and Moments and Parliaments for several owls, so it's kind of just the nature of this deck. And he has no real card draw either to kind of get through the dead draw steps.
With the Fnatic, and now he has another Dark Return to do it again next turn.
And here we see.
This is... Yes.
Prime Temps can play 2 Find the Ways and grow the Alessis some more.
Some armor on the way, but the Scorpions are still looking at those Alessis and just staring them down.
Yeah.
The best draw is probably just Heart of the Vault to get rid of those Scorpions.
Yeah, I'd agree with just finding a way to get these Alessis to connect.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Cygnus gets to just return the Fanatics over and over again. Power. Oh, and there's the Heart of the Vault. That's a good start.
Yeah, and it was warped into, so.
The Devour value here. Trap. Relays one just. At what point do you just start swinging with the Alessis and accept that they will just get eaten by deadly units?
Yeah, the only ways he has to get through them really is just hearts and then torches and some purifies, so like they're likely to just sit there forever.
9 more Scorpion traps in Prime Temps deck. He doesn't have all the time. It's okay, so Equivocate and Feeding Time like this. Kill the biggest Alessi. Just drew Ancient Lore. This is a good draw. This much power, he wants it. More Scorpion traps. There's actually a point for just harsh ruling the board. Traps. Yeah, I think I would just go for it.
Yeah, now you just have so many Scorpions that it.
Sometimes agree. Just swing in here.
Harsh Rule.
And just harsh rule. Sentinels next turn.
Yep.
Stacking away to a Fanatic swing or Teacher swing in. Mills Rindra and the Cleaver, so there's no other mainboard Cleaver left.
Yeah, so yeah. Here, Primetime's can go Seek Power, Find the Way, and Moment. For quite some large Sentinels, I would imagine.
Feeding Time, the other probably gets equivocated.
Yeah. Yeah, Cygnus has answers. These are, you said 10-10s? Let's see. 13-13s. But yeah, those definitely need to be equivocated and feeding timed.
Times won't be able to replay whatever gets equivocated because it will cost 13 power. And Cygnus some more turns.
Yeah.
Sometimes gets to scout, sees a merchant, which is just another moment, and great.
Yeah.
Cygnus, let's anticipate that.
Cygnus still on the beatdown plan.
Okay.
But just draws nothing off this Devour.
Unlucky. So Cygnus hits now? Still not. Damn. Okay. Well, maybe he just wants to delay it as long as possible. Prime Times goes for
The
Great
Owls.
Parliament.
Doesn't play it though.
That's an interesting choice. I would imagine 3 owls are.
You would have thought that would be lethal through everything.
Yeah.
Now we see the equivocate number 1.
First colon. Which he can now replay if he wants.
I think he should just play the Owls though.
It's just. They are. Yeah, they're there. This needs to find an answer. He needs another equivocate. I don't think he has any answers left. Both feeding times are gone.
Yeah, and one equivocate is gone. Yeah, and he just draws a Devour.
Help. This looks like Prime Times 1. The last match.
Scorpion does not matter,
Bring up.
unfortunately.
Prime Times finds the A key. Yeah, the Scorpion allows the Devour to.
Nope. Oh, yeah. Okay, so he does live. But now here you just play another moment of creation.
That's true, I forgot about the Scorpion. Those Scorpion have been pretty good so far.
They've surprised me with how much usefulness they provide.
I don't think another Devour Scorpion will save the Cygnus here.
No. Haunting Scream into Fanatic gets you anything?
At least draws 3 cards, and then
True. They could be anything.
Madness left. There's no combust in the Cygnus deck, so
Is he gonna try to
The
mise
red-
with the Scorpions, or is he gonna go for Fanatic?
Fanatic, I imagine. No. Or multiple Scorpion traps.
Yeah, I guess that's the plan. And then
You can
Devour
get another
here.
equivocate.
Yeah, he does have one
So
in the
this
market still, I think.
he dies in the air. Prime Temps just attacks with both of his owls.
I got the cleaver. Does he have a flying Rindra? I don't know if that matters. Nope, I'm just gonna play a Scorpion in. See if Prime Temps can find the correct line. Well,
Yes.
Cygnus
Sees.
is just going to
Let's
concede.
The last round.
That was round 3. We see what our TO has for us. We'll announce the winner for everybody. And Prime Temps. Yep. The 3-0.
Won every round.
Well done.
Alessi moment. I think it's one of the stronger decks. And the Stone Skull is winning the tournament. I have to admit.
Yep.
I don't have that much faith in Brimstone Altar, but congratulations to Prime Temps. Quite a strong showing. I'm curious if he got to play the fan reanimated list with which he got from LSV.
Oh, okay. I don't know how much you got to play with it, but so yeah, we're going to jump into our announcements for the events we having up that you are also running with us, Ahorn. So these are this is the weekly events that we have currently. It's going to be Tuesday challenges that's the Kaleri event on Tuesday night at 8:30 p.m. EDT, and you just got to have to bring one deck, and it's best of 3 with a 4-round cap. We have the same format on Thursdays that I believe, Ahorn, you're primarily running those?
Yes, I'm not going to run the next one, but so
okay.
there, but
yeah, we'll still have it
that,
going, and it'll be same format, one deck, best of 3, 4-round cap, and that starts at 1 p.m. EDT. The Great Parliament's Casual Fridays, as always, is one deck, best of 3 with a 4-round cap. We're gonna try a new time this week of 6 p.m. EDT. So come on, hang out with us. We'll see if that new time works for players. I know some people wanted to try a later time to make it. And then Sundays here will be Conquest format with 4 decks with a ban, best of 5. And if potentially we're going to Swiss top 8 formats, we'll see participation. And those will start at 12 p.m. EDT. And later this week, I believe Tuesday or Thursday, we'll have a much larger announcement from the Great Parliament's site. And maybe our TO, the Handsome Duncan, will actually be the one telling you about that when it's launched. And let's see. Also, I'd like to thank sponsors helping support and run the events, provide that financial support. So Cats Go Moo, Duncan Wren, Reshef, and anyone else that would like to become a sponsor. So, and I want to thank everyone here for tuning in. I want to thank Ahorn for casting with me. Duncan for the TO. And hope everyone enjoyed. I think we may have a fun match if Duncan wants to jump in here. So give us 1 second for that. We'll be right back with a little bit of a bonus match. So see everyone shortly.
My website.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, plugging your articles makes a lot.
Okay, yeah. Yep, you can go first. So if you want to plug in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, so this is the end of the tournament. We're not going to do another bonus match because Cygnus has just started streaming and we'll host him. Thanks everyone for showing up. We cast some other tournaments in the near future, and check out my article tomorrow on eternaltitans.com. I will try to do a weekly article each Monday, and my teammates are doing some too. The Rock, I want to say something.
Yes, I want to thank just everyone for coming out and tuning in again. I'm also streaming occasionally during the week right now, so if people want to check that out, it's just at _rock. And then, yeah, check out all of the content the TJP team is producing. And then, thanks everyone for watching. So we will catch you all later this week. Enjoy the rest of your day.